Shout out, mom.
Shout out moms. Shout out moms all across the United States of America and the world, to be honest. Like, you guys, moms are cool. Moms, hit me up.
Yeah, hit 'em up. Alright, first I'll turn this one on. Then I'll turn
around one?
this one on, yes.
Alright, yeah, because I need to look at myself. If I'm not looking at myself, what's the point of being here?
So true. Actually, so true. And then I'll turn... Oh, wait, how do I turn this one? Just did this.
Alright, so, what's the deal with airplane food? Is it recording? No.
It is now.
Okay.
So go ahead and talk into your mic.
Well, you want my gain down, right? Because like I'm a hecking screamer. I'm a screamer. Or do you want it up? Yeah. Is that good?
I think
Fortnite?
Yeah.
Fortnite?
Fortnite Battle Pass?
Fortnite Battle Pass? Coming to a season near you. A Battle Pass. A man betrayed by a Battle Pass he loved.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I've been ready.
All right, let's start the podcast.
Okay.
So, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Dude.
Thanks, podcast, for having me.
Dude, this is a monumental episode.
This is.
Because this is a podcast over 15 years in the making. I couldn't think of a right number.
I mean, a long time. I was thinking about it this morning, actually. I was like, how long have I been friends with you? And it's like... Too long.
Too long, but not long enough, you know? You're
you know, we right-clicked the same bed, you know?
Yes, dude. And that's a good reference to our Minecraft phase.
Right.
2020 Minecraft phase.
Right. We definitely went through a COVID Minecraft phase.
We did.
I still have the world, by the way.
Ooh.
I still have the world, and I combined it with, like, other server worlds that I had. So they're all on one world.
Nice.
You know, if you ever want to play it, we start it back up.
Yes, dude.
But
we'll do our Minecraft server.
Yeah. That's after we quit Marvel Rivals.
Which we not doing.
We're not
quitting Marvel Rivals.
We're not
quitting Marvel Rivals. One more game. No more.
One more game. One more
more
round.
Dude.
It's kind of predatory how they put that in there. I mean,
I
know we say it every time we play, but it's like really just makes you want to play another one.
It's just yeah.
DJ Khaled.
But I'm the one who's always like, I can't do anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Because you don't get off work until 12. You don't get on the game until like 1:30.
Yeah. And then I just like emotionally manipulate you. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, come on, one more. You're really going to do that?
Bad, and I do
After
feel
15
bad.
years, you're going to do that?
I do feel bad.
And that's what I said. I say, how dare you?
I do.
And I start crying.
Well, let's get into... I don't even think you've introduced yourself yet.
No, I haven't.
I want to get into this first. You are the first person on the podcast to not go to Southern.
Nope.
You don't even live in Connecticut.
Not anymore, unfortunately.
You don't live in Connecticut. You don't go to Southern. You don't, like...
I go to school.
You go to school. But you're like a full-time job. You're employed.
I'm like a real adult, dude. Like, I turn 22 next week. I got a car payment, you know?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't forget that it was your birthday. So let's break the mysteriousness.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Sean Hand. My qualifications for being here are I've known Spencer for a very long time.
Yep.
Longer than time itself. I work in fast food full time, and I go to Luzerne County Community College in Nanticoke, Pennsylvania for cybersecurity. Yeah, I'm addicted to gaming and anime.
And tattoos.
Which
is how he got here today.
Which is how we got here. I've also been snuck in. We had to dodge snipers to get in.
Yes, this is the espionage episode of the podcast.
Yes, after dark.
Yes,
even,
this is actually funny because let me tell you the story and then we'll talk about how you got here. Not only is this, so this podcast is all about cycles and continuing cycles. You see Spencer in the first episode, Ariana in the third episode. They're my two closest friends on campus. Then we had Justin Soto in the second episode and now you in the fifth episode.
Yes.
Both of these episodes, I've had to sneak my guests in somewhere where we're not supposed to be.
Okay.
Because with Justin Soto, you'll notice there was a room change. I had him up in a
Right.
meeting room upstairs.
And they were like, "Oh, we have to use the room," and then you had to move.
No, what happened is they're really like, you have to book the room like days in advance, and I was like,
Oh.
I didn't do that because I didn't know how. So what I was like, I went up to one of the rooms like an hour before. I saw it was empty. I saw it was gonna be empty because they have these iPads outside that tell you if things are gonna be empty or booked. So I saw it wasn't booked, and I was like, well, let me just go
yeah,
up
I'll just
there.
Go in. Yeah.
So it's not like I snuck him in per se, but it was like we weren't like booked there. And I was wearing the same shirt, which I've been thinking about all day.
That's crazy.
I wore the same shirt
That's
to
crazy.
sneak both of you in. But this is
You know,
that makes it chump change because we had to doors locked. I had to hide out in the office.
my car might get towed. I mean,
His
I
car might
parked
get
it where it
towed.
said 20 minutes strictly enforced, so we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah, we're fine. We're
Um,
fine. But we're so happy to have you here.
Yes, I'm glad to be here. You know, I don't get to see you a lot anymore.
I know.
I know we're on the game a lot, but like
It's
I don't. I
It's
don't
the
get to see you a
three-state
lot.
difference. It's that
I
three-state.
know.
You know, you think when the founding fathers they came up with Connecticut and Pennsylvania, do you think they were like, well, surely no one from Pennsylvania will be able to correspond with someone from Connecticut. They won't need to see each other a lot. Like Ben Franklin.
Well, that's why they invented the mail.
That's true. Ben Franklin,
Ben Franklin. Yeah.
who was he was big in Philadelphia. So you
Yeah,
could be Ben
yeah,
Franklin, and I'll
yeah.
be
Well, no, I wouldn't want to be Benjamin Franklin.
why?
You know what he did.
What'd he do?
You know what he did. You know what he was doing.
Well, he was a freak. He had those Benjamin Franklin parties. I know that, but like,
Yeah, he had the.
is that it?
He had the electricity offs.
Compared to what the founding fathers were doing, I feel
Right.
like being a freak is like bottom
Bottom
tier.
tier,
Like
yeah.
considering you could own people as property,
Right.
I
right.
feel like just kind
if you
of
were in a
like,
bad colony. you know?
liking those cute French girls. It was probably like a little bit less severe than having slaves.
Right. Right.
Which I hope is not controversial to say, because as much as
Right.
I love controversy, I don't want to get into it because I'm great at getting into controversy. I'm not that good at dealing with it when I'm in it though.
Right. Right. You don't really have a take sometimes. You're
Yeah.
just kind of like.
I'm like, well,
Well, you know.
you know,
What's the deal?
you know,
You know.
I think slavery is bad. I will go on the record and say slavery is
that
bad.
that is not controversial.
I hope so. I hope it's not controversial. I'll say slavery is bad, and
The French are bad. That's just objectively true. That's
and we just lost the French audience, and we're cooked.
and the cigarette smoking audience, mostly French.
If you smoke cigarettes and you listen to my podcast, come on.
Je
Come on.
m'appelle cigarette.
You gotta stop, dude.
Yeah.
Your kids will
Stop.
thank you. Your kids will thank you. And if you don't have kids, well, stop smoking cigarettes so you can start having them. Yep,
Quit cigarettes, do zins.
dude. The Zin,
And 2024.
the Zin epidemic at Southern, the Zindemic,
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
I actually tried them. I tried them one time.
Which
'cause
we
I
are
was
both
like,
above the age of 21, so
You're
we
21?
can make our own decisions of our own free will. However, SCSU and SCSUTV does not condone smoking or abusing substances in any way. If you or anyone you know has a problem, and this isn't a joke, tell them to stop. But you were saying, of your own free will, you tried them.
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
Because so I saw the TikToks and stuff. They were like, "Oh, you know, it helps you focus, whatever." Like, and I was like, me and focusing, man. It's like me and my ex-wife. You know, there's no ex-wife, but there's
Yeah.
no focus.
Dude, am I the only one who like imagines that one day I will have an ex-wife? Like a lot of people think about getting married, fantasizing about married children. My brain skips to that and goes, yeah, my ex-wife. I'm gonna have an ex-wife one day.
I think it adds to the lore. You know, it's
It
very,
does.
it's
My future
very, it's
ex-wife.
very middle class lore. You know.
My future ex-wife, if you're watching this, I miss you. I'm sorry. I miss you. Like, I know what I did was wrong.
You cheated on her with a 21-year-old.
Whoa!
You were 45.
Whoa! That's not part of the lore. That's not
No,
part of the lore.
No.
I think
no.
it's gonna be a mutual understanding where we're both like,
Oh, that's beautiful.
I just don't think it's
That's beautiful.
working out. Maybe
Would
we
you
could
stay together for the
friends.
kids though?
I would
Okay,
because
okay.
I'll just say it. It's my podcast. I can say whatever I want. As someone who grew up with both of his parents, I feel like I'm much better off than someone who's only grown up with one parent, which I know. I am beating the statistic. I feel like everyone around me only grew up with one parent or like had their formative years with one parent.
I actually read a statistic that Connecticut has a 90% divorce rate.
Whoa.
No, I'm lying.
Oh. You got me. You got me.
But I mean, no, it's definitely like the norm in our generation. But back to the Zins.
Oh, I forgot we were talking about Zins.
Bro.
They're
They
poison.
Were They taste.
Told
terrible.
you.
Like, I think I was doing it wrong too because like you put it in your lip, right, and then like you get saliva, right? But like I was like swallowing the saliva, which I don't think I was supposed to do. And
yeah,
I got very
to, like spit or something.
Right, but like when you see people do Zins, they're not normally spitting. You know what I mean? It's not like when I watch my dad chew tobacco. You know what I mean? So like there's that.
There's that.
Yeah, they tasted like poison.
Man. Well,
yeah.
that just goes to show don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. And if you are going to do drugs, make sure they're prescribed by your doctor.
Yes.
Penicillin is good.
And only take the correct amount. Don't take any more. Don't take any less drugs.
If you want to.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, there's people out there who don't take any drugs. You know, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, he died.
Well, that's tough for him.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
I hope he figures it out.
Do you think Steve Jobs would like? What do you think Apple would be like if Steve Jobs was still here? Do you think we'd have the iPhone 16?
I don't see why not.
You know what? I'll rephrase it. Do you think the iPhone would be
how it is today?
Like farther along? Like, would we have the iPhone 20 by now, or do you think we'd still be at the iPhone 10? Like, where do you think? What number iPhone would we be on?
Okay. I definitely think there would be a slower pace of release.
Okay.
Right? Because like, if what I remember about Steve Jobs, and as somebody who has not studied Steve Jobs,
yeah,
he was a big innovation guy, right? And I think like with the iPhones, it's all about like making a safe play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're adding a camera, or we're changing the amount of cameras, but it's like the phone still looks the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
And I think like stuff like that, like they really want their changes to be well implemented and everything like that, and it's more slow iterations on the same design that I think like this is the only logical progression an iPhone could go. You know, so I don't think the iPhone would be different. I just think we'd be on a lower number.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. You know, I also talked about Apple had the Vision Pro, the Vision Quest, whatever, coming out when Justin Soto was on the podcast. So this is a perfect like parallel.
And as somebody who has watched that episode, that's actually the only episode I haven't watched.
Really?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
No.
The one that came out today, which came out today.
Yes.
With your friend Ariana. That one was
She's
great. That was funny.
Dude,
that was funny.
She's amazing.
That was amazing.
She's so amazing.
Honestly, like I hate. Look. Not to call out other guests. Okay. Not to be better.
Before you do that, we're gonna put a picture of Ariana up.
See how I didn't put the picture up, but other guests try to put the pictures
Dude.
up? I respect the house you come into, you know?
Yes.
Take your shoes off on the way
This
in.
is my house.
Exactly.
But yeah, you are the first guest who's now coming on the podcast with the benefit of other episodes before you, because Spencer Trella commented in the episode 4 of the podcast. He said that he watches and he's been a guest. The qualifications that you, Phil, are not the same.
No.
Spencer Trella watches my stuff and was the inaugural guest.
Right.
You are the 5th guest I've had, 6 if you count Charity and Lizzie, who came on in tandem, but they shared a mic. So point is, you're the 5th to 6th guest. You other episodes have been out and you've watched them, except for the Justin Soto one. But Justin Soto, this is a reoccurring thing. Justin Soto hasn't even watched the Justin Soto one.
There you go. I mean, I don't know if I'll watch this one, obviously, because I had the conversation, but
it's fun to watch back. I've watched and even I edit them. Right. I watch them as I edit them, and I'm like, it's nice to look back on it
and be like, oh, this was great.
And this, because I tell you what, the Ariana one, I watched cover to cover, beginning to end,
He
at
watches
least
it
twice.
every night before he goes to bed.
Yeah. She knows that's it. She knows that's a joke, right?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Gulp. Yup.
Yikes.
And I'm gonna watch
Anywho.
the Spencer Trello one again
Okay.
because I want to see how far I've come. Also, a big thing is you get to see how each podcast, how I improve.
Right. No, I know. That's also a big thing too. Is like, because it's like you're doing a relatively new thing. I
Yes.
mean, and anything like that, you can't just like
Yeah.
pick it up and be good at it. I mean, like.
Yeah.
Like we've been talking about, like I kind of want to start making YouTube videos and stuff.
Yes,
and, like,
he
I've
does.
made like 1 or 2 now, and I haven't even put them up because like I just learned so much learning to like edit the videos and like working on
Learning is a lifelong process.
exactly, and I think like you gotta learn.
You gotta learn.
You gotta learn.
I want to talk about how you got here because
How I
I
got
feel
here?
like we started that and then we immediately went off on a tangent.
Right. How could we not?
You're not from here. You don't.
No.
You don't even live around here. Let alone
Not
go to school
anymore.
here.
I really miss Connecticut though. Like every time I'm like driving around Connecticut, I'm like, damn, this
Yeah.
is so much better than
Well, we can, you know.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Can I live under your bed in the dorm? Like, is that against like RA rules or whatever?
I think it is.
That's.
I definitely think it is. And my room is very tiny.
Your parents want a second son?
What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know if they can deal with the first. You know.
True. He kind of sucks, dude. Like.
So how did you get here? All right. All right.
Since you want to interrogate me.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's one thing you got to learn about me. Sleep is just an obstacle. Okay. If I need to do something, all right, I'm gonna go do it. Right.
Mhm.
I don't care about sleeping. They invented caffeine for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of make it happen. Right. And I
Yeah.
kind of do that like every day of my life, like class full time, work full time, like a little cray, as a British man would say.
Yep.
So I got out of work, went home, and I got out of work about midnight. Get home about like 12:30, and I was just chilling, ate dinner, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna
8 dinners. I could only do 1, maybe 2 at max. You had 8 dinners?
Ate dinner. I barely even know her.
Ah.
That was bad. Yeah, no, I mean, I like to eat,
So do I. But you just can't tell.
Ladies, hit him up.
Yes! Yes! Please, ladies, hit me up. If you watched the last episode of the podcast and you were a little concerned, like, I don't know, how is he around guys, How is he around guys? I'm right here. So you ate dinner, and then what happened?
And then I hopped on a Discord call with you, and I was
Mhm.
like, I don't know if I want to drive to
At
New
like
York.
2 in the morning.
At like 2 in the morning, right?
Yep.
Right, great detail guy. I'd be a
You know
terrible
me.
witness.
That's okay. We still love you.
You love me?
You're the first
Never said
podcast
that.
guest. You're the first
Never said
podcast
that
guest
before.
I've admitted on camera that I love. You're the
That's okay. Like you're like truthfully like the closest thing I'll ever have to a brother. You
True.
know? Like
True.
but okay, so 2 in the morning. Sorry to tangent.
We're gonna do a lot of that. I think this podcast is gonna be. We're gonna have like 1 or 2 stories, and it's just gonna be the tangents we have along the way.
You're gonna need a clip channel.
I am. Well, there's definitely one clip. There's a short. I'm imagining a short from the last episode that I
Okay.
want to post.
That's great for discovery.
Yeah.
But okay.
Okay.
How I got here.
How we got here.
2 in the morning.
Mhm.
Discord call.
Yes.
I asked for your advice. Should I drive to New York or should I drive to New Haven?
Yes.
Drop my car off, train to New York.
Mhm.
It's like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It sucked either way. I don't really want to drive in New York,
Mhm.
because people drive like crazy people.
Mhm.
It's scary. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I can't even
But,
say anything, and we get on a tangent.
I know, but so I eventually decided, all right, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I can at least sleep on the train if I decide to drive to
The
New Haven.
station, New Haven
Yeah.
station.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I hop in my car at the wee hour of 5 in the morning.
Dang.
Hop in my car, drive the 3.5 hours to New Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Get on the train. I take the train to my wonderful tattoo artist in Brooklyn. She's pretty cool. She does great work. And then
Can you show?
this? Okay, not to break the rules, but
Uh-oh.
it probably here it is. But I think there'd be a way to have it pop up a little bit better on the screen.
Oh.
But
Oh.
that's up to him to decide. So
Is
like,
what you're saying?
so like this is what it looks like from far away and like shiny in the lights, 'cause it's plastic wrapped. But
So what you're trying to do is guilt me into
I-
putting it up on the screen, which I just want to break the silence on the screen. I tried, okay? I tried to make it a screen where it turns on. I haven't been able to do it because it is a monitor that is probably older than Will and Jake Schneider. I'll say it's not older than us, but it's definitely old.
I don't even know who these people are.
They're young. They're like 13. Are they 13? I don't know. If they were born in 2010,
13-year-olds?
if they were born in 2010, how old
Why
would
do
they
you know
be?
13-year-olds?
I was told that we would avoid those questions.
Oh.
So his tattoo popped up on the screen. I hope everyone was satisfied with
Thank
that.
you for you popping it up and me not attempting to pop it up. I appreciate that.
It was popped
You're
up.
a great host. Anybody ever tell you that? I feel so welcome.
Has anybody ever told me that?
I actually have no clue. Well, they don't know because they don't watch the
They
show.
They don't watch the show.
They don't watch the show.
They don't watch the show.
I think you're a great host.
You watch the show and then you come on, dude. That's amazing.
You
It's
think
like
people don't watch Joe Rogan? You think famous people don't watch Joe Rogan? They definitely do watch Joe Rogan, and then they go on Joe Rogan. And this is This is my Joe Rogan.
I am Joe
Right, this is
Rogan.
my,
I'm this
like,
Joe Rogan. I'm this century's Joe Rogan.
Podcasting 40 hours a week.
I'll keep you in my 40 hours.
40
a week.
hours a week, full time.
Damn. Well, because the Joe Rogan
This is
episodes are
tough.
like 3 hours long.
They're crazy.
I could
Great for Minecraft.
probably do that.
Great
Yes.
for Minecraft. A little
They're
callback.
amazing for
Um,
Minecraft. But
Yeah. Okay. So then I get the tattoo.
Yeah.
I get on the train, the subway, the train, end up back here, and
Mhm.
I haven't been truly asleep. I took a little bit of a nap on the trains, but like not well. I haven't like truly gone to sleep since like 9 a.m. Thursday because I had an 11 a.m. class.
whoa.
And I worked Thursday, and then today's Friday.
Whoa. Bro's a no sleep demon.
Yeah.
I'd be moving like a claymation figurine by now, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I just make it work.
You always make it work.
True.
The outfits, sis, you work.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was trying to be a T-Pain video girl for a long time, and it just didn't work out.
I'm T-Pain, you know me. Dude, any girls out there, let me talk to you, buy you a drink. I don't drink, but I cut out the really bad moments.
You cut out the what? Not all of this is making it. No.
Yeah.
But what? Okay, so we were.
You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a compilation of.
How many times did I say what were we talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
That's gonna be the clip from this episode.
Okay.
Is how many times you were like, wait, what are we talking about? Where were we?
Not to force you to do anything and make you have anything pop up. What about a little? I'm suggesting. Okay, I'm suggesting.
I would advise for you to tread lightly.
I didn't know you were from New Jersey or is that New Hampshire with the? See, I don't even know New England anymore, bro. I'm not from here anymore, bro. I was thinking about this when you were talking about me on the last episode. You're like, yeah, he's from Pennsylvania. Like, in my heart of hearts, I'm still from here.
Well, where'd you drive from at 5 a.m. today?
Don't worry about it.
I do worry. Right before I went to bed at 4 a.m, I was like, well, I hope he gets there, but I'm tired.
Would you use recluse to describe me? No.
I would. You know what? Before you started going to school,
yes.
I think I would have.
Okay.
Because you were just job then video games.
I really don't like going to school at all. But you gotta.
You gotta.
You gotta.
You gotta. As much as I'd like to be a NEET and just live in Japan.
I mean, you can you can get your TEFL, which teaching English as a foreign language.
Oh.
Certification, and then you could just go teach English in Japan.
Well, then I wouldn't be a NEET.
Well,
I would be a working man in Japan.
I think some of the work visas only let you work like 28 hours a week, which is like, especially for like Japan where they work like, they work a lot.
They work a lot in Japan.
They're hardworking people. They also make, never mind.
They make electronics.
They make electronics.
They make cars.
They make me laugh.
They make me laugh. They make me cry. I've cried.
me cry.
I watch anime and I cry sometimes.
They make me scream and hype.
Yes. Yes.
When they make me scream and rage when there's a bad plot twist.
I don't know. All right, hold on. I don't know if we want to get into this because this is probably going to be the
What do you watch? One Piece?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No. See, don't do this, man. Don't do this.
I don't want to start
Don't do
this.
I really didn't want to talk about anime at all.
I don't want to
felt
start
like it
this.
just wouldn't be like.
Yeah. All right, we're not going to start
Wouldn't
this.
be good content,
We talk about anime a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to spare you
Right.
but
If
just
you-
know.
If you want to learn, if you want to hear somebody talk about anime, like I was talking about before, I might have the thing for you.
All right, we'll plug it at the end.
Plug it at the end.
when
right.
I ask if you have anything you want to shout out.
Um,
Which, can you believe the girl from the last episode didn't know? Like, what a jerk. You have nothing you want to shout out? I said, what did I list? I said PETA. I said, like, other great causes.
the guy
she was
from
like,
the Hunger Games?
She was like, nah. She's like,
Why
nah,
would you
I don't,
shout out the guy from the Hunger Games?
I don't have anything. People for the ethical treatment of animals. That's what Pamela Anderson likes. And what Pam Anderson likes, I like. Pamela, call me.
My man. That was really awkward.
I know, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But but Pamela Anderson, call me. I'd like to get you on the podcast. Not like in like a weird like sexual way. Because I see
You just brought that up out of nowhere.
what's so funny about that?
No, you just No, you're good. You're good.
I see you
You're
as
good.
more than that. I see you more as just
yeah.
the woman from Baywatch, I watched the Pamela Anderson documentary
Right.
and I
so
really enjoyed it.
that camera did a thing.
I think it's all right. Let me know if it says recording is stopped again, because then we'll swap the
SD card.
card out.
What does SD stand for?
Oh, solid disk? I don't know.
All right. Next question.
Spatial disk?
You were talking about getting Pamela Anderson on.
Yes. I actually think I got a text. It might be my mom. I did tell my mom that I would.
Call her.
Oh, nope. It's Ariana.
Oh, let's go. See, look at that. Look
Look at that, dude. But I'm not.
Your mom's a great woman.
Ariana, if you're watching this, when you texted me, the reason I didn't text you back is because I'm doing this.
Okay.
Well, I needed to. I'm wondering if my mom's gonna text me because she's been texting me a lot recently, and
That's what's up.
I like talking to her.
Your mom's a great person to talk to. I love talking to her.
Yeah, me too. You want to see her after this? You want to take me home?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna stay the night and sleep, right?
Yeah, sure. We'll
Word.
catch you on the couch or whatever.
There you go. They normally make me sleep on the floor in the kitchen.
No, we don't. If we made you sleep on the floor
Floor on the kitchen.
if we made you sleep in the kitchen on the floor, my poor father, who wakes up at 6 a.m. every day,
would be stepping on me.
would yeah.
And it happened once.
I know.
He tripped. Like I moved and he
Oh.
tripped over me.
I don't even want to think about my dad tripping. Oh no. I don't even want to think about that. You unplugged the mic?
Better than dropping it, right?
I mean, yeah, but he
But,
unplugged the mic.
I didn't mean to. I'm just messing with things. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
can't sit still.
Can't sit
But
still.
no. I mean, yeah, no. It definitely. It's just funny the way you ask. You're like, can you imagine your dad being hurt?
Well, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, no, actually though, it's like pretty inspiring. Like considering how like old my dad's age and like how long he's been hurt and
Yeah.
how he just keeps pushing through, even though I know he doesn't.
And he cooks dinner like a madman.
That man.
He's a chef in the kitchen.
I'll never be able to lose weight until I move out.
He's
You know.
like, dude, like he's like a chef in the kitchen.
He is. He always said he never became a chef because if he did, it would be not fun anymore.
Ooh.
So like, yeah. And I mean that's like also the thing too is like after he was injured, he was offered like an office job and he turned it down because he worked in like rehab and he turned it down because he felt like then he's not doing what he actually like went there to do. You know what I mean? Which was like help people, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know. My dad's a pretty inspiring guy.
Yes.
I'm gonna get he's got some good quotes too.
Yes.
He's got some good quotes.
Don't stay up all night.
Don't stay up all night.
That's a good one. Who you talking to?
Who you talking to? Spencer.
Yes. Oh, that's when he says my name.
Yeah. Some people need dying is a great one.
Ooh.
Is a great one. Pretty philosophical.
Yes.
And then the one I actually really want to get like a tattoo of it, and I want to like have it kind of like be a surprise. So hopefully he doesn't watch it. I don't know.
We can also cut it out.
No. It's. I mean, if you feel like you need to cut this section out, go for it. I don't know. You pick the vibe.
If you feel like you
I
want
trust
the
you.
people to know about
I
how much you
trust
love your
you.
father, how much you respect your
I
father.
trust you. It's your show.
All right.
You get mad at me. I'm like, cut this out if you feel like it doesn't make it. But the second I say, maybe you put a little thing in the corner that like ticks and goes ding when I say, what were we talking about? That's where you draw the line.
Can it tick on the screen?
Wherever you want it to tick.
Yeah, we'll have it tick on the screen.
Speaking of ticks, if you get Lyme disease, go to the doctor.
Crazy. Free throw. That was a corner three right there.
I mean, that was like Shaq at the free throw line. It was a break.
That was Shaq at the
It
free
was a
throw line,
break.
dude.
But speaking of breaks,
Speaking of water breaks,
this guy. He invited me on his podcast to bully me, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it's okay. So what were we talking about?
Ding!
Oh, okay. Gun to your head. Okay, bullet to your head. 5 seconds. You could have one celebrity on this podcast right now. What would it be?
Sydney Sweeney.
5. My man.
I mean,
Okay.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay. Look, I love the man. He does some great stuff.
I like him too.
He's really cool, but like he's been on everything, you know.
Yeah.
I'd rather what more does he have to say?
Well, learning is a lifelong thing, and he's always excited to teach. So I feel like he has a lot to say.
There you go.
We respect Neil. We do respect Neil.
Neil, I'm sitting. Yeah, we have this thing. I'm not funny. This is
yeah.
I'm not funny. He says I'm not funny.
As much as we try
I'm not funny.
to make you funny, just sometimes. I mean, we had that one joke in here somewhere. We laughed at one point.
I can't remember it.
Me neither. That's why you have to rewatch. Find the part where you made me laugh and just keep repeating that joke every single day.
Okay.
To me.
I'll keep saying it to the wall too, like so I don't have to like watch the clip and then say it. Like I'll like practice it. You know?
Practice it. And then when you call me at 2 a.m. after work, you'll open up with that line.
Right.
And I'll go, "Oh, that's funny. You get that from the podcast." Because I'll have edited it and I'll remember the joke too now. It'll be a fun little
It'll be fun. But your next guest won't remember the joke.
My next guest won't know the joke probably. I think the way this goes is they'll probably not have seen it. But not for lack of trying.
But you're filming it before this one's gonna go
I
up.
think so.
Word.
I think so. I mean, this was a pretty
quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Based on. But I know you said you wanted to get one done every week.
I do want to get one done every week. So I'm just really so this is. I'm counting this as the next week because
because you have to film it the week before and then you need to cut out the time to edit it.
Yeah.
Which I assume you do it in one sitting because I don't know if there's a lot of editing, but if you have a lot of classwork, you're definitely gonna have to cut it up.
Yeah. I definitely don't do it in one sitting, but I do I think
do it all in the same.
The last one I was 2 halves. So I did the first 30 minutes and the last 30 minutes in 2 separate sittings. But people think it's not a lot of editing. I mean, if I could just get on my high horse for a second, and maybe this would be the episode's rant.
Okay.
I
feel like it might be the first rant.
The first rant. First rant of the night or the first rant ever?
Yes, you invented ranting.
I'm just saying.
No. I'm sorry. That was sassy of me. I'm a big Sassy Man Apocalypse fan.
Yes,
I think
he's part of the Sassy Mandemic.
I think sassy men are what we need in society.
If you thought I was bad, meet this guy.
Oh man, he is bad.
Which
hit him up.
Slight tangent is it's weird that you haven't I talk about you to other people. I talk about Sean, and then everyone's like, "Who is Sean? I'm like, "Well, he's from Pennsylvania."
Right.
Formerly from Connecticut, now from Pennsylvania.
Formerly.
and they just don't get like what we've done, like the
Right,
groundwork we
right,
have, the
right,
foundation we
right,
have. They just
right.
don't
They
get
don't
it.
get it, right? They're like, he's got an imaginary friend.
Yes, yes.
I don't think I'm imaginary.
You're not. Hopefully, hopefully.
I mean,
Dude, imagine there was like a janitor on the other side, and they're like,
they don't hear us screaming through the wall.
right.
But
Forgot we were doing that.
no. That's a good guess though, Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
I'm sure she has some great ideas to bring.
I do want to talk to her, not even for like the male reason that you think I want Sydney Sweeney on. I feel like I respect her work a lot, and I feel like she's one of the up and coming like
Right.
stars. Like I want to see Sydney Sweeney in more stuff than just a show about high schoolers doing drugs,
That's just like
terrible
real life.
worst superhero movie unequivocally so far, and then a romantic comedy which I haven't
What
watched.
was cool, what I saw from her was she said that she did. It was Madam Web, right?
Yes, it was Madam Web.
She said she had to do Adam Web to have a better relationship with Sony
Yes.
to get stuff she wanted done.
Yes,
which,
to do Anyone But You.
which is a
her
bad
rom-com.
thing. Like from Sony's perspective, that's probably a bad thing to
Yeah.
say because you're kind of paying in your own movie. But
They were all doing that, dude.
I haven't seen Madam Web. I haven't been tapped into really to Marvel since Phase 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is like it's kind of like Madam Web, I just thought of this, is like I feel like it was like a group project where not everyone was
Pulling
on
their
board,
weight.
pulling their weight. Not everyone wanted to be a part of it. And when I don't know if you know this because you've kind of been out of the school game for a while, and you're like the
I'm
base
a freshman this year.
Yeah, you're at the base level. But point is after a group project is like done, it's if it didn't go well, people are gonna say how it didn't go well. I speak from firsthand experience. I have definitely trashed groups I've been a part of after the fact. And been like,
100%.
that was how could that have possibly happened?
I mean, I just trash people I'm in class with.
Yeah. Well, I have a superiority complex in class. I do believe that I am one of, if not the smartest person in the room besides the professor.
That's all that Dr. Doom.
Yeah. Here's the thing is,
He self-inserts as Dr. Doom.
here's the thing is, I think the number one thing, which this might be the rant for the episode because you sidetracked me from the first one. This might be the rant of the episode, is people don't know how to shut up, especially in class.
Real. So real.
Like, I know there's a guy in one of my classes who, he'll raise his hand. If you're watching this, it's not you. It's someone who doesn't watch this. If you're watching this, it's not you. He'll raise his hand, and he'll give, like, a preamble, a body, and a conclusion to his answer.
That's a constitution.
Like, the question will be like, what do you see in this picture? And he'll raise his hand, and he'll be like,
Oh, I see a depressed man walking through the snow, symbolizing the treachery of everyday life.
Yep. He'll be like, I see a depressed man walking through the snow, and I really just feel like as if I can relate to him because then these are all the check marks you have to hit. Then they'll diverge personal information that they probably should keep quiet because I struggle with depression myself. I have for a while, and I'm on pills to try to help me with it, but the pills don't always work. Then the checklist is they bring it back to the professor, and they go, but that's what I see, and I yeah, and they'll hand it back after like cooking this gigantic mud pie. And if
it's
I'm
like
the
the
professor,
smelly burger from SpongeBob, like
Yes.
the bad burger,
the nasty patty.
the nasty patty.
It's like
That was your nickname in high school. I know that. Ladies hit him up. Okay.
Are you trying to like? What are you trying
That
to
was.
do there? What are you trying to do there?
I was trying to. All right. I like a lot of things. I ruin everything I touch.
No, no.
You're supposed to laugh at that. That was a joke.
You're
the king of self-deprecation.
You haven't ruined me, and you've touched my heart. That is not.
But that was funny.
It was funny.
It
But
was funny.
I don't even wanna
That is not appropriate.
touch that. I don't even want to
Okay.
touch that as a joke, as a serious matter. I don't want to touch it.
I'm sorry.
The rant that I was going to go on before I was interrupted and sidetracked. That bad, huh?
No.
That bad, huh?
My work just texted me.
No, take your
24/7.
time.
You literally checked
no,
the
take your
text
time.
earlier and then addressed it on the podcast,
take your
assuming
time.
she was gonna watch it when she admits she doesn't watch the podcast.
Well, she's gonna watch. She watched her episode, and she's gonna watch the Spencer Trella episode, and then I'm gonna make her watch this episode.
Make her.
Politely ask her to watch this episode.
It's important.
Yes,
We support.
we support a woman's right to choose. Go ahead, say something.
I said, but that's not controversial.
That is not well.
Well,
It is and it isn't.
I mean,
It's
see, we
listen,
did the thing.
Listen, we did the thing. We talked about it.
Listen,
What was
I'm
I gonna
listening.
say? Oh no.
you're gonna have to put a tally up.
Oh no.
You've become what you sought to. You were the chosen one.
I
You were
didn't.
supposed to
I
bring
didn't-
balance to
I
the
didn't-
force, not destroy
Dude.
it.
That my first rant is lost in the annals of this podcast.
That's what's up. That's
Like
what's up.
I really don't know.
That's what's up. Like, see, like I.
You did this to me. Who am I?
All right. So things we were talking about. Oh, we wanted to talk about tattoos. I know this was one that you wanted to talk
Yes,
about. Like we wanted
yes.
to talk about it because every time I get a tattoo,
Which is a
Or-
lot. Which is very frequently.
I don't
Which
have
is
that many.
every other week. I feel like you say, "I'm gonna get this tattoo. I'm being in New York to get this tattoo."
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it.
5?
Yeah.
I think it was less than that.
Well, you just made it sound like it was more than that. Well, I got pretty big ones too.
Yeah.
I will say, like this one's
It's like the length of your arm.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
chat, you can't see it, but I have like a big one on my
Oh, that's
shin.
huge.
Yeah.
That
was
is
my
huge.
biggest
I
one.
hope people saw that. If not, we'll get a picture of it.
Yeah, I definitely have a picture.
We'll get a picture
Thank you
of
for
it.
popping it up. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't say I was going to pop it up yet. You know, I feel like
We should end this with a fist fight.
you, well, other guests, they don't, they've told me to pull stuff up. You're very, you're the number one guest who has suggested to pull stuff up. Like,
But I don't tell you to.
you're
But I don't
bordering on-
tell you.
you-
to.
you very heavily suggest I do it.
Right, but like that's different than telling you to, right? Like if I
Well,
were-
yes, but.
yes, and
Yes, and there have been at least 3 things you've suggested I pull up.
I will right, but like that would be a great thing to pop up. Like I'm not telling you to. You forget that like
I forget a lot.
Yeah.
You forget a lot, too.
never forget the Alamo.
First it's Connecticut, then it's Pennsylvania, and now it's going to be Texas.
Yeah.
Bro's going to Texas.
No, you never forget the Alamo, Daniel Boone, that's where he died, at the Alamo.
Really?
That's what I thought. I'm not up on my like American.
I'm
lore.
actually the number 1 Daniel Boone head, and my mom will tell you this. No.
What are we
Davy Crockett. You're thinking of Davy Crockett. Daniel Boone did his own thing. He was not associated with the Alamo.
Okay.
I hope.
Tell me about Johnny Appleseed.
Pretty top 5 historical U.S. historical mythological figures. Johnny Appleseed is number 1.
What's the other 4? I'm asking the real questions, chat.
Can we name 5 mythical United States figures?
100%.
All right.
Yeti.
The Yeti.
Well, no, I guess that's more like Nepalese, right? That's more.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Wendigos.
The Mothman.
The Mothman. Skinwalkers, right? That's a very.
Can they
like
be
a
anywhere?
cryptid. Yeah.
So we have to rank Johnny Appleseed,
and then the drawing from
Skinwalkers.
World War II.
Kilroy.
Yeah.
Kilroy's my
that's
number one,
like,
then.
That's like.
Kilroy is my
yeah.
number 1.
That's like in a very like American folklore. Like.
Kilroy's. I love
yeah.
Kilroy.
Oh, the Headless Horseman.
He's good.
The Headless Horseman.
The Headless Horseman. Slender Man.
Is he American? I always
I
thought
think
it was
so.
like a European thing. But
I don't
you're
know.
Probably right.
Where does Slenderman come
I
from?
mean, like Freddy, Jason.
Context Nerd is going to tell us where Slenderman comes from.
Context nerd. I love him. I like how he's an Android emoji.
Yes.
Makes him just wrong.
Yeah. Context Nerd. Well, he's
like if you have an Android phone, like I don't know what to tell you. Like my
Spencer?
manager group chat.
Spencer. I'm really sorry if you have to. If you get offended by this.
Look, because they always want to convince you that it was a better buy.
I don't know why he has an Android. I never asked him that.
They always want to ask him because like they always want to.
He's gonna answer in the comments if I don't ask him.
Okay.
Spencer, I want you to keep it to 5 sentences maximum why you have an Android.
Okay. But like a lot of them that you run into, they're like, oh well, actually, technically the camera's better, and the screen's a higher resolution, and I have more storage, and I have more control over my security. But your text bubbles are green; they're not blue, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Let's go,
dude. It is gonna be hell for me editing the
screaming. Yeah.
the name on the screen because we keep putting our hands in front of it.
I'm sorry. I'm an animated guy.
I get it.
know?
I may I'm gonna have to either our hands are gonna clip through it or I'm gonna spend like an extra day just doing the masking on our hands.
I will say the hands clipping through it to me was funny.
Was funny.
When I noticed it, yes. But I also like that kind of like humor that's like not addressed. Like if you notice it, you notice it.
Okay. But we just said it, so everyone's gonna notice it now.
Speaking of cutting.
Is your camera still awake?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Because that
Speaking
camera
of cutting,
turns
I didn't
off.
have a good transition. I just
That camera turns off, which is why I keep asking.
Right.
Which is gonna be funny because I'm gonna keep that one that I just did in because I think it's funny.
The other one was way more funny, but I don't remember.
Well, the other one, all right. Well, if the other one was funny, that one was in too.
Okay.
I think it is gonna be. I'll cut out. You know what I'll do? Is I'll cut it out when it's actually off.
Okay.
Like when you say yes, because I don't want to embarrass you.
I've never been embarrassed before.
Really?
Are you not embarrassed? No.
Really?
I definitely have. I don't know. I just like as I grow older and I take on more responsibility and stuff. It's just like I've come to realize that like people are gonna like you or they're not, and like that's up to them to decide. Like,
Whoa.
and if you're just authentic to yourself, I mean, like you will still get embarrassed, but like I'm just me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
And like we can kind of circle that back to tattoos, right? Like a lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of people say like, oh, don't get anime tattoos. They're cringy. They're a red flag. This, that. I mean, for a lot of people, like a lot of anime and not just anime, but like any kind of show, I mean, like can be kind of like a fundamental, not thesis, but a fundamental message. You know what I mean? For them, like,
Yeah.
because like a lot of fiction has like great messages behind it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Harry Potter, don't split yourself into 12 parts.
Was 8. Was 8.
What are you, British?
No. I just happen to know Harry Potter.
No, but I know Percy Jackson, so like
yes.
we're like the yin and yang, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
yin and yang. But I will say, there was a misinformation campaign when we were young. With I don't know if you remember Yin Yang Yo, the show. Bro, do you know?
No, I remember Ni Hao Kai Lan.
Well, when I was young, I also thought it was yin and yang.
Okay.
Because of that show.
So it was like propaganda?
It was a misinformation campaign.
Okay.
On the yin and the yang.
And I should know that. I mean, I literally, the yin seal and the yang seal.
Yes, dude.
From Naruto.
From Naruto.
No, so speaking of tattoos, you always say when I like talk about them or like I show you one that I'm like, yo, this is like a sick piece of art or like this is like cool.
Yep.
You're always like body mutilation.
It is body mutilation.
But like can you elaborate? Like you never want to elaborate. You're just like
it's
mutilation.
If God wanted us to draw on our skin to mark our skin, he would have made us out of paper.
Would we?
Literally.
But no, I mean, well, he put tattoo artists on Earth. He gave us a canvas to
Leonardo
tattoo.
da Vinci was a regular artist. He was perfectly fine. He was the best in the world.
Isn't that guy who dates people who stops dating people when they turn 25?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Well, the thing is if a tattoo artist is so great at drawing on skin, imagine how great they'd be at drawing on paper.
A lot of them do.
Well, there you go.
A lot of them.
So why don't they just stop there?
A lot of them sell prints. Well, because
Prints.
they sell prints.
I would buy a print of a nice tattoo.
The tattoo artist I go to, she also sells T-shirts. She has like T-shirts that are
T-shirts cool. I feel like I have too many T-shirts though. My
Yeah,
mom is always like, "We need to clean out your T-shirt thing."
The art that she drew on it is great, but like from a like perspective of like T-shirt you would wear, it's not great.
Yeah.
Like it's
It's a good pajama T-shirt. Like it's a good laying around the house T-shirt.
It looks like an esports jersey.
It looks like an esports jersey.
Yeah. So like the actual art that she put on is like this really good like kind of like anime style woman, right? Not anything like just like
I
a
do like
really
my
good-
women anime style. I do.
Can I
I
get
do.
an
I
amen?
like them. Do I like them? Indeed, I do.
Anime girls, hit them up.
Girls who like anime, hit me up. Girls from anime, hit me up.
Hatsune Miku.
Dude,
When are you getting her on?
I don't know. And I really, really.
Did you buy her skin in Fortnite? Not yet.
No.
Oh.
If she's still there, I will buy it. I've been taking a break from Fortnite.
Real.
This-
Marvel Rivals is so good.
Marvel is so good.
Destiny 2 is baiting me too right now. But it's like the classic cycle of. Speaking of cycles, this podcast is about cycles.
This podcast is about cycles.
Destiny 2 has probably got like the worst cycle of all time.
Yeah.
Besides my ex-wife.
Damn straight.
um,
Let's hope she doesn't watch this.
Oh my god! Like if my professor said that, I'd be pissed. But
Well, your professor's not funny
I
like
have a
you are.
misogynist professor, which we can get into after I get this tangent over.
Yeah, sure.
So,
And I'll say how no Southern professor is like that at all. All the professors at Southern are great.
I mean, they're professors. They're not supposed to be great. Like, not all of them are going to be great.
Not
Because
all
like a
them
lot
are
of
gonna be
professors are only professors because they have to be.
great. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their actual passion, their actual like pursuits are somewhere else, but it's the only way they can actually like have a job and still do that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? What I was gonna say is we haven't told any stories like this
we
entire
have.
time. What stories have we told that we have?
The story of how you got from Pennsylvania to New York to here. I told the story about my favorite shenanigans of what we've got up to.
Yeah.
Was probably. I know it's probably recency bias, but it was the casino.
The casino was great.
The casino. And I
casino
think the
was great.
preamble to the casino was great. Let's talk about the preamble to the casino.
Yeah.
So my 21st birthday, I decided I wanted to go to the casino.
Yeah.
It wasn't my birthday, it was the weekend after because my birthday was on a Sunday. And I remember we
Yeah.
wanted to go Friday. And you were the guy who brought up the fact that we couldn't actually go
On Friday.
on the weekend of my birthday because I wouldn't have been 21. Not that they carded us, which my
Right.
dad comes into the story
Quite paranoid.
was
about
super
that.
paranoid about that, which
Um,
caused us to
look
get into an event.
Right.
So my parents are breathing down my neck about when is Sean gonna get here? When is Sean gonna get here? When is Sean gonna get here? And it starts to snow, and they're freaking out. They're like, "Dude, I don't want Sean driving in the snow. I don't want this to happen. We might just have to cancel. Has he left yet? Has he left yet?" I'm like, "Dude, Pennsylvania's 3 hours away, and he hasn't texted me in 2.5 hours. He's about to show up. We gotta lock in."
He's either about to show up or he's dead.
Yes, that's pretty much what I told
I'm
him.
a big and I'm a big not texting and driving guy. Like I hate it, bro.
Yes.
I hate it. Like if I'm in the car with somebody and they're driving, which isn't often, I hate seeing them text and drive. At a stoplight's different.
I know someone who pulls up TikToks while she's driving. I've seen her pull up TikTok at a red light, and I'm like, and the light turns green, and she's still on TikTok. I'm like,
At least it wasn't red note.
I'm like, bro. I'm like, let's drive.
But
But then you show up,
yes.
and my
yes.
parents are nervous wrecks. But you get here, and they're like, "Oh my god,
Yay! Because I don't see them a lot.
They
Like
don't,
I
and they
see
like
Spencer more than I see that. You
yeah,
know?
well, yeah,
And I've also known them the same amount of like a
Yeah.
very long time. Like
yes. We care,
yeah, no.
and
truthfully.
you use the bathroom. We tell you to use the bathroom because it's an hour drive up to the casino. We should.
I asked to use the
Yeah.
whatever. I
Well,
went to the bathroom.
But they suggested it. You did it. Point is, you go to the bathroom. You come out. And my dad is like, all right, does everyone have their wallets? Everyone have their, because we need our IDs because they're.
And I said yes.
And you said yes, and they're going to.
And then your mom's in the dining room.
Yes, she is.
And your mom's like, everybody got their IDs, and I was like excited, and I was like, yeah, I got mine. I pull it out of my pocket
pulls
to
it
show
out.
her. Yeah, I got that ID.
He's got that ID.
I
So
got that ID.
we shamble into the car. We get in the car, and we're driving. It's dark. My dad's making conversation. You know, some nice dad conversation, some easy breezy stuff, and we're going off on it. And we get like halfway there. We're 30 plus minutes into this drive, and we realize something. What happened?
The world stopped.
The world stopped.
I didn't have the ID.
I get a text from my mother, my wonderful mother. Sean left his wallet here at the house.
Yes.
30 plus minutes away. And
that guy sucks, dude.
it hurt. It hurt.
Your dad was crashing out.
My dad was crashing out because he, like we established in the story, he doesn't like driving in the snow, and it was snowing. And also, he's a very punctual person. He was like,
yeah,
he wanted to leave.
He wanted, basically, like, for it to work out the way he wanted to work out, I would have had to leave my house at like 10.
Yeah.
He wanted to be there real early.
He wanted to be there early to have time and stuff, which he was. I'll give him credit. Dad, if you're watching this, I give you credit. You're very understanding about when Sean got here, which I tried to get them on board with before he got here. I was like, listen, he had to leave work, leave his house at this time. Like, because
I worked the night before.
Yes. Yeah. It was a fantasy world, the situation they were pitching. But point is, my dad is very much on his schedule, and I tell him this, and he's like, dude, he's not a very angry person, but I know when he's angry, he was upset. And
I could have met you at the casino. Like, if it was that big of a deal, I would have met you guys at the casino.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the wallet, leaving the wallet.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
not,
the wallet. Oh, no, I felt so bad, dude. I don't want to talk. Like, you know,
I know.
I didn't want to talk.
He was almost embarrassed.
I was embarrassed.
But I was like, all right, what can we do? I tell my dad. My dad's like, all right, we're gonna turn around. We're gonna meet
your mom halfway.
Yeah, we're gonna meet your mom halfway, which we ended up in North Haven, which is not too far from where we are now.
That's north of Haven.
North of New Haven. Yes.
Where's Old Haven? Let's really get into it.
We found Old Jersey on the map last night. This morning.
Like, the island of Jersey.
We found Jersey.
Next to the island of Gurney.
Yes.
And they're French.
Yes.
Which we know how we feel about that.
Yes. So we get your ID.
I don't begin.
We hand it off, and then we go to the casino. But the ride there is kind of, it's a little cooked.
Awkward.
It's a little cooked. I'm trying my best. And I was on aux the whole way. So let alone I had to figure out an hour of what to put on the aux.
Good thing I wasn't on aux.
But then we had to put an extra 30 minutes on the aux, and I'm like, dude.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I really felt bad, but like, yeah, it is what it is.
But we got there, and we liked it.
We liked it. They kept handing me free drinks. That was freaking cool.
Dude.
They kept handing me free drinks. I kept saying yes. The beautiful bartender.
Yeah.
I was like, can I have a whiskey sour?
Yes.
She left, came back. Can I have a whiskey sour?
Dude.
That's the only thing I know I like. But
here's what I know I like is gambling and blackjack.
Do you want to? We could go tonight.
And we had.
I'm off for the next 4 days.
And we had.
We can go tonight.
Gambling and blackjack. Don't push me, dude.
Don't push you.
Don't. But then you go double or nothing and you win 4 times as much, which is why I love gambling.
Can I get an amen?
Amen to gambling. But the casino was really fun. Yeah. We found the impersonal blackjack table. We found the Coliseum. That
was actually way more fun. Like, I would rather do that, like, over regular blackjack. Because it's fun to see us, like, making how different decisions,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
On the same cards, yeah.
It's like a multiverse, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. And if we learned how to play Baccarat, we could run that table. Because there were 6 games of Baccarat going on. 1 game of blackjack, 1 game of roulette.
All right.
Which that was my dad's preference. He started playing the roulette tables at the Coliseum, the digital roulette.
But that's scary.
He didn't win as much. I
lost. We both lost all of our money. You were up big time.
I was up, and then I had dinner, and then the little gambling monster in me.
Dude, no. It's the little green men they have in the shuffling deck, you know?
It is. No, because why? After dinner we came back, bro, the deck had no aces in it. and
It was
only
like
the
Captain
dealer.
Crunch, oops all berries, oops all 10s.
It was
Like,
all it was all fours. Like
it was all like 15, 15, 15, and you just
yes,
for lack of a better word, you would go bleep yourself, you know?
yeah.
You know.
And then the dealer would pull a 20.
Right, every
would
time.
pull 2 queens.
Right, and it's like
And I'm like, if I wanted to see 2 queens, I would just. But we'll do one more tangent. But we said we'd come back by sending my mom a picture of Sean because she just asked what I'm up to. So we're gonna come back, and that's for Mom. I think we'll put it on the screen too.
and I didn't suggest it that time.
And you didn't suggest it.
It'd be a great thing to put up though.
Yeah.
But
Well, there it was. There it went. It's gone now.
it's gone now.
I want to talk about professors. I want the last tangent we go on to be professors.
Oh, professors. Yeah. No, professors, I think a lot of them are in it because their passion lies somewhere academically, but it's the only way they can do that.
And
know
have
what
you
I
ever
mean?
noticed, just in case the rant before wasn't sufficient, I want to do a little mini rant. Have you ever noticed the 100 level professors always have the worst attitude? Like, I get that. I'd probably have an attitude too if I had to teach history 100 and teach the base level stuff. But, like, they always have the craziest syllabus, the worst attitude, the weirdest rules. You're a 100 level professor, bro. I just got out of high school. What are you doing to me? I miss high school.
I do too. I really I wish we could go back and we could have like an infinite Tsukuyomi
Yes.
where like I went to Derby High.
Dude,
That would have been crazy.
things would be different.
Would be. I probably would have went to the same school. I probably would have tried to room with you.
That would be pretty cool. Things,
Yeah.
dude. But my whole that just shifts the character arc. Like,
A lot.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think I meet
Any of your friends?
any of them if I don't meet you. Which I was talking about with Ariana before, a day or so, on the phone. Like, I feel like everything that happens to me was meant to be, and all the paths I cross happen at the right
100%,
time. And even the
100%.
paths that divulge,
Right.
I think was meant to happen.
That was poetic.
I know.
man.
I might cut it out because of how poetic it is.
That
but-
was there's that you broke character there.
Dude.
You just talked no jutsu.
I
there,
did.
Bro.
I did break character there, which I might have to cut out. But I've thought about this. The character I have on the podcast is not the same character as I have on my show.
So I think okay, no, this is great because this is one thing that I notice about
Yeah.
people that come on that haven't watched the show is it's you, but it's you turned up to 150.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the things that you like to do that are funny, and you're doing it at 150, and that's why it's great.
That's why
You
it's
know what
great.
I mean, that's why it's a hoot, a holler, a hoot nanny.
Yes.
You
A
know?
hoot because we're the Owls. SCSU Owls.
We're the trailblazers.
The
at my
Trailblazers.
community college.
All right, Oregon.
We're
But
the trailblazers, but we're blue and white. Makes no sense. Why
We're
not
blue and
be
white, too.
red? I hate blue.
You hate blue? How can you hate such a beautiful color as blue?
Because never mind. Both jokes I had were either inappropriate or not funny.
Okay.
Cut this part. But
Cut the part that is about to happen, or cut the part that just happened. I get the final say in everything. Which is why
this town ain't big enough for the two of us.
it's time to end this podcast, Pilgrim.
We
This-
didn't tell any.
This is the impression segment.
Okay.
This is time to end this podcast, Pilgrim.
This podcast has been amazing, wonderful, the best podcast. That's a really.
What
bad
was that?
sound.
Dracula? Pilgrim? This is my John Wayne.
Who's John Wayne?
Famous movie star? Racist? Famous racist movie star?
Put him in a bin. Pick
I
him
know.
out the hat.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Speaking of racist,
But John Wayne was old-timey racist, so it was
Right.
bad.
my humor is too dry. That's the problem. My humor is very
What, you drank all your water. You're gonna have to pick that up.
I had every intention of picking it up.
You're gonna have to.
right
you're
now,
gonna have to pick it up.
right now.
Well,
on the-
if we wanna end it,
I also this is completely separate. I really want this to do well, and I really would love to see you continue do it even when school's over. 'Cause
I am definitely gonna.
are you gonna go back for a graduate or no? Probably not.
No. I'm just gonna get
I don't blame you.
the podcast might take a bit of a dip in quality, when I leave school for a little bit, but hopefully I can come back better and stronger.
On a new channel.
Yeah, on
Stay
a
in
new
your
channel,
lane.
and I'm definitely gonna have the guests that I've had on before. They'll be able to come back. Like I think the thing with Southern is I don't want reoccurring guests on this because I have such a finite amount of time that it'd be like kind of a waste. Like as much as
Right.
I'd love to bring Spencer Trello back, it just wouldn't work because that's a week I'm taking away from someone I.
You might as well just have
Yeah.
him co-host at that.
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
I mean,
That's not a bad idea. Anyways, I think we're at time. So let me turn on this camera one more time.
yo, do you hear that knocking on the door?
Shh. You know I'm paranoid.
No. We're in here. It's okay. It's okay.
Dude, my freaking anxiety.
That was a. Oh wait, is this where I get to plug myself? Pause.
I don't like the way you said that.
All right.
I don't like the way you said that, but yes, this is where you.
Get to plug my stuff.
Yes. So
All right.
here we go. I'm gonna set you up. Thank you for having this was an unconventional episode,
Oh, 100%.
but one could say it was a very good episode,
Maybe even the best.
maybe even the best. But I can't comment on if it's the best or not.
That's for the comments to decide.
That's for the comments to decide.
If you guys comment and also leave a like and a follow, it helps him grow his audience.
Yes.
So you can keep continuing to do
The
this.
SCSUTV audience.
Yes.
So this is the part where you get your own separate camera, and I want you to tell us what do you want to plug a charity, an organization, people for the ethical treatment of animals. You work at a daycare, you can plug the daycare. So what is the last thing you want the people to know?
It was an honor to be on. I was glad. This is a great thing, and I hope it keeps going well for you. And I would love to be on again.
Yeah,
You know?
eventually, yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting up a side project on YouTube called I'm Jonathan. It's mostly going to be anime videos talking about just random stuff about anime, kind of like character analysis, just random thoughts I have. And I'd also like to plug the Iroquois National Lacrosse team. They have a charity. If you donate to them, what they do is they help get kids on the reservation and kids in other areas that don't have a lot of money, like get them like lacrosse gear and stuff like that, and like get them playing a sport and help grow them. Well, we're making history this episode, and
We are.
it's great, and I'd love to be back again. And now all of Spencer's friends that may or may not watch this, you know who I am.
This is Sean. This is us. And we're signing off.
Yeah.
Now here's the part where I turn off all the cameras.
Okay, like really awkwardly and like.
And I keep it in.
Yeah.
Where's the button for this one?
I don't know.